Do you know why Microsoft probably implements Minecraft chat reporting? Seems critics and the Minecraft community so far don't know about potential legal business reasons, hence I focus on it first. Just to be clear, personally, no matter the actual reason for chat reporting implementation, I don't like how it was and is communicated, nor how it is currently implemented. So, why and since when did Microsoft want to implement chat reporting? Let's dig a little bit and tell me if this makes sense to you too. Brussels, July to September 2019. At its first session, the new European Parliament elects Ursula von der Leyen, President of the European Commission. In her opening statement, she announces the challenges in cyberspace and digitalization to be priority issues of her coming 5 years in office. November 2019. The new EU Commission's policy agenda includes drafting the Digital Services Act (DSA), which aims to update the safety and liability rules for digital platforms. One of the things I told you in this video is that big corporations, also big tech, including Microsoft, use lobby work, for example, to stall e-privacy. They also commission so-called think tanks, figuring out, for example, arguments regarding anything the company hiring their services, for example, finds to be an obstacle to their business, and that's what also was done regarding the DSA around that time. Logically, Microsoft as one of the big players has known about DSA since at least at that point in time. October 2020, Minecraft Java Edition migration announcement is published. On a side note, while I personally am convinced that it was not only for that, it could be the migration of Minecraft Java Edition accounts to Microsoft Xbox accounts was also due to impending DSA. Microsoft knew it was coming. November 2020. Ursula von der Leyen states, "We need to define a rule book for the digital economy and society, covering everything from big tech to data use and privacy, from infrastructure to security." December 2020. Margrethe Vestager, Executive Vice President of the EU Commission responsible for digital affairs, presents drafts for Online Platform Regulation, Digital Services Act (DSA) and Digital Market Act (DMA). The DSA aims to deal with illegal information content. The draft laws also contain sanction mechanisms. Violations can be punished with a fine calculated by a certain percentage of a company's global annual turnover. Margrethe Vestager says at the presentation, "It's one and the same world. We should be able to shop safely everywhere and trust the accuracy of the messages we read, because what is illegal offline is also illegal online." Fast forward to April 2022. The Council, the European Parliament and the European Commission agrees on the Digital Service Act, the regulation on digital services. The DSA contains rules on duties and responsibilities of online platforms. The larger the platform, the more obligations it must fulfill. I wanted to go into detail here, it's too much and doesn't matter for this video. Margrethe Vestager says, "The Digital Services Act enables the protection of users' rights online. As an example, illegal hate speech can also be dealt with online." Now, I've looked into details of also the DSA back when it was drafted and then published, as it was obvious companies such as also Microsoft would have to abide to them. And I wanted to know what kind of impact, positive as well as negative, it could have to us Minecraft players as well as Microsoft products users. And here we are with Minecraft chat reporting, among other things. So it currently seems fair to assume that Microsoft implemented chat reporting as, to put it simplified, they otherwise can be made legally liable if someone, for example, misuses their system and people, especially children, get into harm's way. Microsoft has known about DSA for several years. From a user perspective, Microsoft not only implements chat reporting all of a sudden, but also the lack of communication towards the community about it is, in my personal opinion, not good business conduct. That's not a question of whether or not Microsoft still does not know this gaming community after 8 years, but also just common sense to do for one's consumers. Posts regarding that feature are, as also prior ones, for example, telemetry implementation for migrated Minecraft Java Edition users, played down, beautified, and incomplete, as I laid out here briefly in this video regarding telemetry. Furthermore, currently it seems Microsoft's implementation of chat reporting might infringe on DSA, maybe even more regulations. I've seen a couple of Minecrafters who say they were working together with Mojang Microsoft for some time on that feature because server owners were asking for it. So, do we have to blame the EU Commission for Minecraft chat reporting plus some specific Minecraft server owners, and Microsoft is just a law regulations abiding company that doesn't want to be sued for a huge fine? Let me put it like that. There are several ways to abide to laws and regulations. Should keep your senses peeled for a different video about chat reporting I work on as soon as possible, where I will absolutely need your feedback, your brains on. I hope you found this video interesting. Take care. Bye bye.